Tested. What's going on, folks? DK with version 1.16. Yep. I'm not using remastered. I'm not using 1.19. It's just DK with classic 1.16 here, folks. And you must be wondering, oh, why is that? It's because of my map, Impending Doom here. So this campaign is still under, should I say construction? It's still underway. It's, this project's still far from finished, but I managed to get up to Elder 3, which is the most recent one that I crafted. But I still need to finish this particular map. But all the rest are, I'll say, practically finished. And this is like a continuation, like a sequel to Ken and Cooper's story, another campaign that I made like 2 years ago. But anyway, let's get this started here. So this campaign is called Impending Doom. Mission 1, Unwavering Strength. You as a Tal'darim executor must guard your Sixth Ascendant Agrovak to a Terran named Jacob Pumpkin. You are one of the many Protoss executors assigned to the ranks of the Tal'darim. Sixth Ascendant Agrovak asked you to follow him to a green planet where a Terran named Puffington resides. As his executor, you must see to it that Agrovak fulfills his motives. Unwavering Strength. To be determined? I see you are finally here, executor. Anyway, I'll get to my point. I need to see this Terran we met some months ago to collect his terrazine gases. The Terran told me that he is currently on a terrazine abundant planet called Smars, not far from our location. Given our technology, we are able to teleport right in front of his base once we are near that planet's atmosphere. But where is the fun in that? Our mothership will warp us in somewhere near that Terran's location on our whims. Come, executor. We may find more terrazine along the way with this approach. And the briefing, meet Puffington, Agrovak must survive. So Agrovak is a completely new character, while Puffington, he is first introduced in my KCS Interlude 3. Let's boost up the game speed here. Teleporting to an abandoned temple site near the Terran's proximity. Here's our badass Agrovak and Blood Hunters, detecting several pharaohs during your relocation. Now it's right for us to take the long way. We also get to kill some creatures along the way. So the reason why I'm using patch 1.16 as opposed to using the very current version is because I created this with extended hero units, and I use extended colors too. So, and as far as I know from the current version of StarCraft 1 right now, we can't use extended colors. Here's some terrazine. As I suspected a terrazine, we should try to find more of these along the way. So basically, if I play this map in 1.19, then my Blood Hunters will be colored as none other than black. And I wanted these Protoss units to be colored black because they're the. I feel like it fits their role here. And we just collected terrazine again. We just need to bring Agrovak to a terrazine and he'll collect it. And let's check our stats of the Blood Hunters. They're just like the regular original StarCraft 1 Dark Templar, except they have a significant 5 damage per upgrade, like their StarCraft 2 counterparts. Of course, these Blood Hunters can't use any skills like that's shown in StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 was that Legacy of the Void. And yeah, basically I had that's what I was going for. when I wanted to make, since I did reference in my Kevin Cooper story how this Terran named Puffington involved himself with the Tal'darim. I wanted to have this kind of relationship because at least according to the StarCraft lore from StarCraft 2, the Tal'darim have existed since the beginning. So hence I made my own Tal'darim story here for now. And yeah, but we don't really need to collect all these terrazine, but I also put like a bonus objective, not bonus objective, but like a bonus after how should I say this, like bonus after credit once you complete this particular mission, which will show something completely different. So I'll show you what happens right now. So I'm gonna collect all the terrazine here, so it's gonna take a bit more. It's gonna take a bit longer. And our Agrovak hero is very low on health, shield point, so I should be careful. And over here, we don't particularly need to go up here, but the reason why I'm showing you right now this area is because this is a direct, this terrain right here that I did, it's gonna show up later. You are straying off from the Terran's location. Then tell us that sooner next time. So this particular terrain work here is gonna be shown again in a future campaign, future mission of this campaign. So just keep that in mind. Our hero can take some health damage because we get to use some skills later on. So just keep that in mind. And it's also good to kill all these Zerg units because there's gonna be some surprise later on. So it's good to clean these units out right now beforehand. So in order to actually have this Aldaris looking unit, an extended unit, you have to get this guy from an advanced map editor, not the normal map editor that Blizzard gives you. So I had to use SCM Draft 2 to get this extended unit out here. There are several other extended units like Dugal and Arcturus Minx and whatnot, and Rashagel that's not available in the normal map editor. So, and it's kind of weird how those extended units, including this one, this Aldaris unit, like some of the triggers don't work with these particular units. An abandoned temple with terrazine must have been a fool to leave these behind. And then I also renamed the critter differently instead of Bangalas Polopo. I think I was thinking about Dragon Ball Z, like Abridged or something, Mr. Popo or something, and then I just made the creature sound kind of similar to that. Instead of Popo, I added an extra syllable low. And then we're gonna keep scouting here. Let's see, 33 plus 6 damage, so 3 damage production, pretty strong overall. Here's another terrazine that we can collect. Yes. So once we do collect all the terrazine, at least in this map, there's an after credit, which will not normally show if you just complete the mission objective directly. Meet Puffington. Okay. Thankfully our blood hunters are invisible. I'm gonna scout everywhere here. Technically there's a dirt road that you're supposed to follow, but you can go off course, obviously. And during my first iteration of this map, I actually added a Zerg structure somewhere around the forest, but I removed it. I felt like it didn't really fit here. But but as you can see from the screen, there is going to be. We're going to encounter a Zergling soon. Hold, Executor. It seems we have some worthless pests blocking our way. I'll use my abilities to deal with it. Nope. Spawning a drone fully heals Agrovak's health. Spawning a Zergling kills anything near Agrovak's area, not friendly fire. So this is where I utilize some kind of skill tip, like a tool tip where you don't normally see in a campaign. You would normally see this in like an RPG kind of stuff. So we have a hatchery here, which you want to hotkey. And by spawning a drone, it heals our hero to full health, including shield. So drone fully heals Agrovak. Now note that I added these now, since we triggered this particular action. And Zergling does AoE destruction near Agrovak. So obviously we're gonna use the Zergling to do some kind of blast. But first of all, I'm gonna heal up Agrovak here. And now fully operational. And as you notice, it's pretty much, it takes only like 1 second to do so. And we need to bring Agrovak and time this correctly. Okay, well, let's kill the Zergling first. And yeah, and then now we'll do that. Like so. Let us move on, Executor. So that was a big AoE destruction that's centered around Agrovak. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you use it. And it's dictated by the number of minerals that's shown up over here. So you're kind of limited to spells, but that's of course entirely up to how I want the map to, be played. So in this particular mission, this first mission here, we only get 300 minerals start. But yeah, so you don't want to use your skills too much because your skills cost 50 minerals.
Yes, so be it.
Bonus scene activated for collecting all 11 terrazine. So that's the thing that I want to show. And now we just need to find Puffington here, which we can see over here. But how do we get up there? Well, first of all, let's go over here. These terrains are, of course, from Puffington, or the trader, as you would know it from KCS. Where is Puffington, Terran? You must be from the Tal'darim. He's waiting for you at the raised jungle. That's where our base is at, too. So yeah, raised jungle, that's what the Marine said. Marine and the fire said, so we just need to go up here, just click, and our units will find a way. As you can see, this small like ramp here, that's not available in a normal map editor, by the way. You have to use SCM Draft 2 or something else. And now here's Jacob Puffington that we needed to meet. And look at all those turrets in here. We are here, Tyranny. Welcome, Agrovak and Executor. I've been waiting for you as well. Where are the terrazine tanks that you prepared for us? They're right over there, ready to be shipped. That is all you have found? Well, we did find more on this planet, but we lost several of them due to wild Zerg running loose around here. My men were supposed to have brought at least a dozen more terrazine to this base, but your pathetic people failed to do so and became those creatures' nutrients. Well, that will do for today. You're lucky your turn. If my executor had not accompanied me right now, I would have been less merciful with your failure. We call that terrazine stockpile. It will be done. Our business here is finished, Executor. As for you, Terran, I'll give you another week for you to collect more terrazine for us. I hope for your sake it will be more than what you prepared us here today. Of course, Agrovak. And this is where I need to save. This is gonna be Impending Doom. Warning! Multiple Zerg closing in on our base. Wait, what? We're under attack, Major. Get into position! Executor, let us help these terrorists before we depart. We'll be troublesome if propaganda gets killed here. Kill Zerg invaders, protect Huffington. These damn terrorists cannot do anything correctly. Warp in more reinforcements immediately. Reinforcements on to destination. So we get our units recalled. Dragoons, Tal'darim, Dragoons, and Zealots here, folks. Doesn't that sound nice? And look at all these Zerg units. These Zerg units, by the way, were all over the map. So by not killing like some units that were brought here, there would have been more that would have came here, that would have come eventually. Detecting minimal feral Zerg in your vicinity. Objectives complete here, as you see. This kind of behavior from feral Zerg is unusual to say the least. It would be wise to search this area for clues as to why these creatures suddenly attack this Terran base. Seeing as how we will return to this planet to collect more terrorism, we may as well uncover more of this land. Terran! Meet us outside when you're ready. Bring some of your people as well. Let us go, Executor. And then this is where the mission ends, but since we collected all the terrorism in this map, we get to go to the bonus in here. Somewhere on planet Lexar. I am here, Kevin Cooper. I still have not found the person who knows the location of that crystal you speak of. Indeed, but I have summoned you here for a different matter. I figured as much. So, what is it this time? One of my brethren, Lee's Vlad's henchmen, is on a planet rich with terrorism. Terrorism? That henchman must be collecting terrorism, but it may not be from Vlad. Or so you think. From what I have deduced, that Terran may be serving another master without Vlad's knowing. Then do you think that person knows the location of the crystal? The Xenox? I am not entirely certain, but it may be wise for us to acknowledge the possibility of that Terran to be the person we are searching for. What is the planet called? Do you know the name of this person you have been observing? The planet is called Mars. As for the henchman, I do not know his name. Mars, huh? Alright, so what do you want me to do after knowing all this? I require you to continue your search within your organization. I may be wrong of this henchman, but I wanted you to know of this knowledge in advance. Just in case, huh? Understood. Then I shall show myself to you again the next time we meet. And that concludes this first mission here, folks, of Impending Doom. A recent campaign that I'm still working on. So, although I finished this particular mission like some months ago, like yeah, a long time ago. But anyway, we're the Tal'darim scavengers. Vlad's underlings, of course, led by Jacob Puffington, the former Major of the Righteous, Feral Zerg, and that's pretty much it here. Yep. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this one. So I'm gonna be doing that, but my next video should be StarCraft Remastered.